it is you. Come to check on me, I suppose. Well, nothing to report. Not a sign of the blue devils. Plenty of wildlife, though.
So I see. You know, that's a fine looking hair. My wife has a liking for hair that's almost as strong as your dislike of latrine duty.
Yes, well, I was just practicing, keeping my eye in. I need to be on top of my game. And well, I thought, why not kill two birds with one stone? Or rather, two hares with one arrow.
Two hares?
Yes, this one and the one by the pot for later.
Look, don't push your luck, Archer. We're not short of your kind around here, you know. And I wouldn't think twice about making an example of you for the sake of discipline.
No, I don't for a moment think you would. But you can rely on me. I will let no Pict pass me by to slit the throats of a Roman. You know I never miss. And enjoy the hair. And compliments to the wife. And, well, thank you for being so merciful.
Yes. For now, at least.
Not bad, but barely enough to keep a man alive in a place like this. It is supposed to be summer. I don't believe Britons have a summer. Not like mine back home, with days of endless sunshine, cloudless skies of deepest blue, azure waters to dive in and swim, beaches, but forgive me, I am remiss and rude. We haven't been formally introduced. My name is Ali, son of Nassar, a prince of the East. A minor prince. My father was an esteemed noble, and I have 7 brothers, all older and more subtle than I. I inherited the looks, but they gained my father's guiles and ambitions. I had no interest in business or politics. For me, 'twas pleasure, sport, song, the arts, women. The women. I was irresistible. Even here in this chill and passionless land. The women. The women. I was an archer of great skill back home. And as my father ignored me, considered me an irrelevance, I gained my praise from those who came to watch me compete. I was never beaten in a test of skill. Never. A Roman nobleman saw me and suggested I might have a place of honor in the Roman army. Join up and see the world, he said. And to spite my father, I did just that. And I have seen the world. I have marched across its borders and forded its rivers, crossed its seas until we halted here at this building site, acting guard to engineers and architects, and occasionally lugging stones and rubble to raise this wall. It has ruined my hands. I need my hands soft and supple to pull my string and loose my shaft, and blood oozes from the cuts. Well, then my fingers slip and my skill is compromised. We have fine physicians here, and they have salves that heal, and they are good men. But no sooner am I back to form than some centurion dog forces me to take up the stones again. So many builders fall ill or are killed, slain by the blue ghosts that creep through the defenses, disguised as traders, but carrying blades beneath their cloaks. I have shot a few. Those who crawl across the moor, merging into the shadows of tree and bush. I see them. My eyes are those of a falcon, and what I can see, I can kill. But there are so many. We train daily, It is a hard life, but I enjoy the rigor. I have not yet mastered the gladius short sword they prefer, but I am deadly with this Sparta. And unarmed, I can wrestle almost any man to the ground, where with one quick wrench, I could break his neck. But the arrow is my tool of choice. Romans don't seem capable of hitting a target. They may be brilliant in their strategy and brutal in their fighting, but they are piss-poor archers. And archers are what they need here on a frontier like this. A deer, nothing more. Now, a deer, that would be something. Venison, my mouth waters at the word. We get it sometimes. Leftovers from a feast that better men than us have celebrated. Hey, that is our dinner. I made that for our tent. You can't walk. That is good stew, and I need it when the cold wind bites and cuts through my cloak. At least leave me something.
I'll leave you something.
You!
Face it up a bit, Cillian.
You! You are welcome. Blasted legionaries. They treat us like animals when in fact it is they who are the brutes. I am a prince, a noble, whereas he, that dog, would not be worthy even to string my bow or serve my table at home. But such is the army. You do not get to choose those you fight alongside. Your superiors are in fact your inferiors. The low are raised high, and the high humiliated. But that one in particular, I hate him. One of these days. But soon, my watch will be over, and I can eat. Maybe not. Or sleep in my tent. That is it there. Sleeps 8. Comfortably. Snug. Very warm. Sometimes we have visiting actors who perform. Music, plays, Roman plays, naturally. We saw a new one the other day. Andrea, the girl from Andros. Very funny. The Romans can write. They are a cultured people as well as a brutal one. A strange race to hold a pen and a sword in either hand. A complex race. Perhaps the world is better because of them. They have brought great change and progress. This wall, a remarkable thing. A feat of engineering to be admired the world over. But not by all. Not by those enslaved. Or those who cherish still the old ways. Not by the Picts, that is for certain. We all fear the Picts. Some say they are not truly human, but rather they are creatures of the underworld that run wild in these hills, bringing death from their daggers. Demons or ghosts painted in blue.
Oh, Cupid! It's you!
Yes, it is I! Good day, Miram. And are you busy today?
I am never busy during the day, as you well know. I just bought some fruit from the market.
Anything for me?
If you have the money.
I don't get paid until the week's end.
Then no fruit now, and no fruit later. Pity. I like you, Cupid. With you, life is more...
Exciting?
Yes, exciting, exotic. Why, there may even come a time where I might settle down with a man like you. You're strong, and you'd give me many fine children. I wouldn't care that you're a foreigner, an invader. I wouldn't care that you believe in different gods to us. I wouldn't care that our skins differ in colour. I know a good man when I see one, and you are a good man. You may not realise it yet, but you are. You're kind and gentle, and when we're together, you treat me like a woman and not a slave. So One day, Cupid. You and me, one day, but not today. So remember that? One day. So, next week after payday, meet in our usual place?
The usual place. Yes, of course. You look hungry. Miriam, I have stolen more than just fruit from her in my time. She calls me Cupid. All the women do. And some of the men. It is the beard. And the bow, I suppose. And my understanding of the mysteries of love. Miriam, now, if she spoke true, I could be the man for her. But how long will she wait? I fear her impatience will be the enemy of love. Whereas in 25 years, I can become a Roman citizen. If I live that long, of course. One cannot be certain, what with the Picts on one hand and the centurions on the other. Life is fragile here on this borderland. Death is a breath away. But if nothing else, I am a cheerful man and hopeful. And one day I hope to be a Roman citizen, just as I hope to settle here and raise a family, have children, a son. I would name him Nisa, after my father. Nisa, Alison. A dream, but a nice one. Better than the nightmares that haunt my sleep of creeping Picts and knives that glisten in the pale light of the moon. I walked 1,000 miles from paradise to the edge of the world for this. I hope my reward will be great in heaven. It is a terrible thing to be afraid, so far from home, so far from our own gods and angels. Why should the Roman gods care about us? We are nothing to them. My god, Dagon, he does not travel with his followers. He stays with his worshippers. So we are left here to offer prayers we do not believe to Mithras. Much good may it do us. 1,000 miles I travel to the edge of the world from paradise. But my time is nearly done. Then I would have eaten if my stew had not been poisoned and my catch stolen. Speaking of which,
All quiet then.
as the grave, sir.
Wish you wouldn't use that expression, it's so full of ill omen.
Oh, sorry, sir. As quiet as a mouse. Not a sign of trouble. Can I go now?
Yes, you are relieved. But before you go chasing off your dinner, remember there are those latrines to deal with.
But, sir.
What did you expect? You break the rules, you pay the price, and this one's not a heavy price.
No, sir. Thank you, sir. I will get to it straight away.
Yes, see that you do, and get an hour's practice in before you go to bed. We need to keep you sharp.
An hour's practice. And if in that hour I bag myself a hare or some grouse, well, all the better. Practice first, then a meal, and then... But I lose the light if I don't go now. I'll never see a thing. Sometimes, even the clouds that always hang over the edge of the world have a silver lining.